YouTube? Today, I've got to start the video out with a very huge thank you to Masters of Style Alex. And in case you haven't checked out his channel, I will have that sexy bastard's link below. Alex is one hell of a reviewer, awesome reviewer, and an excellent person at that. And a few weeks ago, he wrote a bunch of us asking us if he could send decants of the new 24 fragrance Platinum our way. And of course, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm excited for that because most of us know about 24 Gold and what a great, inexpensive fragrance that is. You know, quality through the roof all the way. Niche quality all the way. Good stuff. So yeah, very excited about checking out this fragrance and wanted to hear our thoughts on it. So, I've been wearing this fragrance quite a lot the past few days, and here are my thoughts, Alex. Now this fragrance was brought to us by a company called Scent Story and is classified as a flowery oriental. Now, I really don't get a huge dose of flowers, otherwise I'd probably hate it. And I really love this stuff, but it is a touch there. And the notes we have listed for this fragrance are rose, orange, mandarin, juniper berry, gurjum, balsam, sandalwood, galbanum, vanilla, amber, and musk. Now, when I first received this from Alex, got it in a 5 ml decant. I didn't apply it. I was already wearing something that day, but I had to check it out. So I twisted off the cap and I smelled, took a whiff of the little tube inside, and immediately I was thinking civet. But very quickly I realized that it was ambergris. There's definitely an animalic sweetness about this scent. And the three main players, the driving force, the star cast of this fragrance, what I get out of this is ambergris, sandalwood, and vanilla. So you've got that animalic funky sweetness from the ambergris. You've got the creaminess of the sandalwood, a touch powdery as well, and you've got the gentle sweetness of the vanilla. This is definitely not a vanilla bomb. The vanilla in this fragrance is soft and leads more to like the tonka bean side of things. Now, at the top of this, joining that, is a very delicate, soft touch of rose. Beautiful addition, blended awesome. And at the top of this as well, I get the mandarin and juniper berry. So I get a fruity citrus at the top, and it's just gorgeous. Oh, it's just, I can't express how velvety, smooth this fragrance is and how well it's blended. Just awesome. Just love this stuff. And I get the rose and I get the fruitiness aspect in this fragrance for a good couple of hours, and then I'm left with that heart. Now, I've never gotten my nose on gurjum balsam, so I really don't know what that's adding to this fragrance. I was leaning towards maybe the balmy aspect that this fragrance has, but I actually did order some, Alex, so I've got some gurjum balsam coming my way. So I will keep you updated if I find out that that's adding anything to this blend. Now, as we're in that heart, as the fruit and citruses pass and the rose gets very, very delicate and kind of fades away, I'm left with that ambergris, sandalwood, vanilla blend for most of the life that this is on my fragrance. And as this fragrance, about 7 to 8 hours later, is in its final stage, the base, I'm left with that very gentle tonka-like vanilla, and then the musk starts coming into play at the end of this until this fragrance finally dies off, which I get over 8 hours. So that's awesome, and projection is very good as well. Very good. I can smell this on me throughout the entire day. Now, let's talk about that funky sweetness. It's very hard to describe. You know, ambergris can be described as vomit, bile. You know, it does come from a whale. A whale does either poop it out or puke it out. And when you smell ambergris on its own, it does have that very distinct animalic quality about it. But vomit vomit is very disgusting. You know, it's putrid. It's gross. So it's definitely, for me, it's not like that, but it does have that funky sort of aroma, that funky sweetness to it that would be kind of in that vomit type family, I think, but it's just not as putrid. To me, it turns out to be something exotic and something exhilarating to the nose, and it just adds a very interesting aspect, I think, to this fragrance. This fragrance would not be what it is Without the ambergris, for sure, all the character would be lost. It would probably still be very pleasing with sandalwood and vanilla, but the ambergris in this fragrance plays a big role to me. Alright, let's get to what mental picture comes to my mind when I think about this fragrance. At least it did yesterday. This fragrance to me is nothing but a cover-up story for a high school kid that had a party at his house and his parents are gonna be home. It's the next day and his parents are coming home and he's gotta cover the evidence. But this house was severely partied in. I mean hardcore. So, of course, there was beer spilled. So you've got that next day, that aroma floating through the house. And, of course, people were throwing up. They're high schoolers. It's going to happen. So you've got that aroma going through the house as well. Just that smell, if you've ever been there, which in my past I kind of was a little bit. That smell of the house the next day after it's just been partied in. That is the underlying tone of this fragrance. Now, that's not it though, because he's trying to cover up the smell. So he's trying to bring in a sweet aroma to cover up that naughtiness. So there's just a little naughtiness underneath this fragrance. So he's got like a sandalwood candle burning. He's got a vanilla candle burning. So that aroma is filling the house. He's got one of those plug-in Glade air fresheners that every now and then just lets out a poof of rose. So you got just that soft touch of rose with the sandalwood and the vanilla candle, and he's also got like a fruity citrus candle burning as well, but it's just a little one, so it's only gonna last for a couple of hours. So that is what comes to my mind when I think about 24 Platinum. At least it did me yesterday. I was like, holy smokes, I was taken way back to my early 20s. But when you talk about, I hated to bring that up. I hated to bring up, you know, that whole vomit, beer, dried up beer smell. I hated to bring that up in this fragrance because I don't want to make it sound bad. It's definitely not that bad. It just adds like this funky, naughty sweetness underneath the beautiful sandalwood and creamy vanilla. It's just gorgeous. I love the blend that they did in this fragrance. Extraordinary. You know, I'd give them an A+ for creativity with this one. And it's not just creative. It comes off pleasing as hell. Getting very good feedback from people in the community. And I can't wait to see what others, how they perceive this fragrance. And after time, if I come across any different thoughts, like I've got the Gurjum Balsam coming, and I'll spend a little bit more time with this one because I absolutely love it. I'll definitely shoot some further thoughts on this fragrance. This has just been my experience for the past 3 days, but I don't know. This stuff is great. Don't let the whole vomit thing throw you off. It's definitely not that vile. It does have that kind of sweetness though, but you just have to check it out for yourself. But I gotta thank you, Alex. This was a fun ride, and you guys take care, and I'll see you soon.